Okay, so this is a problem. This is problem 21 on AMC 8 in year 2022. So let's label that down. Okay. All right, so let's read the question. It says Steph scored 15 baskets out of 20 attempts in the first half of a game, and 10 baskets out of 10 attempts in the second half. Candace took 12 attempts in the first half and 18 attempts in the second. In each half, Steph scored a higher percentage of baskets than Candace. Surprisingly, they ended up the same overall percentages of baskets scored. Okay, so this is nice. We have to label. Now, this question is great because I consider this really great, and I really, give the kudos to the person who made this problem, because you have to label and you have to set up an expression. I guess this got to be an inequality, because if you look at the sentence down here, in each half, Steph scored higher percentage of baskets than Candace, and of course you need to set up the equation because they ended with the same overall percentages, right? You need to set up this particular, let's say, click equation for the second underlined expression. All right, so let's try to label. These are X and these are Y. And number one information is that a Steph has to have a higher percentage of scoring of baskets than Candace. So 15 over 20 must be greater than X over 12. And at the same time, we need to maintain that 10 over 10, wow, second half 10 over 10, that's amazing, right? So we have Y over 18, that should be the first case. And we can set up the expressions as 15 times 12, that's greater than 20 times X. So I guess 15 times 12, 150 plus, is that 30? So 180. And 20 times X. So X has to be smaller than 9. Of course, like Candace can't score something like 8.5 points or something like that. So it must be an integer question as well, just like question 20. All right, so we have like 1 that is greater than Y over 18. That means 18 is greater than Y. So Y can be starting from 17 and all the way through. Now, the second information that we need to check is that the percentages that they scored, Steph and Candace, they must be exactly equal to one another. So let's try to look at the Steph overall percentages. The overall percentages for Steph, I guess it must be 25 over 30. And for Candace, it must be something about X plus Y over 30. Okay, so we need to have X plus Y equals 25. And I have X that is less than Y, less than 9, and Y is less than 18. Okay, we need to set this, equation nicely. If I start from 8, may I get something 17? Because, it says X gotta be smaller, X gotta be smaller than 9. And if I start to go downward, I need to get 18. And if I go a little bit downward again, I got 19 and keep going downward, right? I can go downward and downward, but you see there's kind of a limitation of doing such thing. Why? Because if you keep going downward, well, we kind of go against the given inequality that we have. Y has to be smaller than 18. So I think that, even though I didn't exhaustively write everything down, we need to cross out these possibilities. And of course, all those dots. Right, so we found a unique solution for X comma Y, which must be 8 comma 17. And it says how many more baskets did Candace score in the second half than in the first. We need to take the difference between 17 and 8. Hence the answer must be what? Just simply 9. C. And there you go.